Hey there, I'm Joe Carter. If you've ever popped the hood and thought, where do I even start? You're in good company. Around here, we take the mystery out of car repair, one fix at a time. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to sharpen your skills, there's something here for you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're into learning without the headaches. All right, that's enough from me. Let's get into
For
it.
traveling in this case, the question of which is the best car for traveling long distances cannot have a definite answer, as everything depends on the nature of the roads. The best cars for traveling: minivan. A great option for traveling with your family on highways with perfect pavement. It has the best capacity, which means it can hold all the luggage you need and will leave enough room for passengers to ride in comfort. Crossover, SUV. Fans of extreme recreation cannot find a better option for traveling by car. Of course, if desired, and here you can place quite a lot, for example, fixing the main part on the roof. The presented list is of a recommendatory nature. So, if you are an avid traveler and plan to buy a new car, it is worth choosing a car based on where you travel and with whom. Itinerary for travel. Any long-distance travel requires preparation long before departure. The first thing to think about is planning your itinerary. In order to choose the best conditions for traveling by car, you can use any mobile application, such as Yandex or Google Maps. As a rule, the application itself thinks out the entire route across Russia. It is enough to set 2 points, from point A to point B. However, taking into account the junction of local roads, the map can give several options to choose from. The driver will only have to analyze the proposed options and determine the best route for the trip. Once the route from point A to point B has been fully thought out, you can transfer it to the navigator. It is important to exclude in the settings automatic rebuilding of the navigator to the optimal conditions of the route. And for more confidence, print out the route on a sheet of paper, then the risk of going astray will be minimal. An important stage is calculating fuel for the entire route. To do this, you can download an app with a calculator and perform the calculation. Determine the flow rate between refueling stations and take a small reserve of gasoline or diesel, so that you do not stop in the middle of the road because you ran out of fuel. The main thing is not to forget anything. In addition to thinking about the route before you set off, it is important to prepare your belongings and other essentials. Don't forget about documents, passport, child's birth certificate, and money needed to pay for various expenses. It is desirable to have small money. In some places there may be no change. Think about what to take from personal belongings. Prepare a change of shoes, perhaps light slippers, a change of clothes, personal hygiene products. If you are traveling to the sea by car, prepare beach supplies, swimming clothes, swimming laps for children, etc. If you plan to take large-sized loads, such as a water scooter or a boat, you will have to attach a car trailer. This should be taken into account when calculating fuel. Additional load increases consumption. Even though you'll have to make stops along the way, you should still stock up on food for the road. Take some fruit, make sandwiches from long-life foods and have some fresh vegetables just in case, so that you don't go hungry in unexpected situations. Time to leave for a trip. It is advisable to know in advance the approximate time of departure for a road trip by car. Such organization will help to better control yourself and not forget anything. Appointing the time of departure, it is important to be guided by the road conditions. For example, in the morning and evening hours there is a high probability of traffic jams. Otherwise, you should choose based on the driver's place of residence. If only the family is going on a trip, then it will be much easier to assemble. It is enough to load things in the trunk and boldly set off on the road. The matter is more complicated if friends have expressed a desire to vacation with you. In this case, you need to announce to everyone about the meeting point and set the time of departure 30 to 40 minutes before departure. Rest before the road. The most important stage in preparing for the trip is to take care of the car, since it is on personal transport. That you will have to spend time on the road. Preparing the car. Turning down a trip from a travel agency in favor of traveling by personal transport requires the driver to pay more attention to the car. The slightest oversight can cause a breakdown on the road. It is good if the problem catches in the city limits, but what if you find yourself far from the nearest settlement? Car inspection before a trip. Anything can happen on the road. One of the cylinders may fail, the engine may seize up. To solve such a problem in the middle of the field, you will have to pay a lot of money. Therefore, before going on a trip, it is necessary to undergo diagnostics. Here, specialists will identify all possible malfunctions and suggest ways to solve them. Pay special attention to the brake system. If there is no confidence in the quality of the brake pads installed, it is better to replace them. In cases where the degree of wear is 50% or more, there are no options left to think about. The fact is that constant movement on the highway will subject the pads to a greater load than when driving in the city, which means that the degree of wear increases several times. Be sure to take another canister or two of the same brand of oil on the road. Checking the camber. Unfortunately, the camber setting can become misaligned after some time of use. Therefore, when going on a trip by car, do not forget to visit a car service where specialists, using accurate equipment, will perform a check and, if necessary, eliminate deficiencies. A car with a broken camber setting has problems in steering. It rolls from side to side and increases the wear of rubber. Air conditioner and stove. When traveling by car in winter, take some time to check the stove equipment in your personal vehicle. A broken stove will make you spend a lot of money to get it working again. The same goes for the air conditioner if you're traveling in the summer. Check your equipment for fluid leaks. But this is half a trouble. And if suddenly you return to the locked car, where then to look for batteries? Therefore, a spare set of keys and batteries will be a lifesaver if you have to find yourself in such a situation. Checking the condition of the battery. The road does not tolerate irresponsibility. Check the condition of your batteries at all times. Even in the summer season, a car consumes a lot of electricity. If you have to take equipment that requires recharging, such as photographic equipment or a laptop, take a battery starter with you. In case the battery charge weakens, the battery starter will help to revive it. Checking headlights. When traveling through cities, you should not only think about your own comfort, but also take care of passing motorists. Poorly adjusted headlights can cause a high frequency of light. This causes them to blind drivers in the neighboring lane when they are oncoming traffic. In conclusion, don't be in a hurry to get on the road. Check the tires again to make sure they are inflated. Put things in the trunk, check the first aid kit, fire extinguisher, and emergency sign. They should be in the car in case of a meeting with a traffic police inspector. Have you tried traveling by car on your own? Tell us about your own experiences in the comments. Traveling by car. Route on the map. Fuel and canister. Food on the road. Rest before a trip. Engine oil. In conclusion, preparing for a road trip involves careful planning and attention to detail. From ensuring your vehicle is in top condition to packing all the essentials, every step contributes to a smoother journey. Remember to check your car's maintenance, stock up on supplies, and create a flexible itinerary that allows for spontaneity. By taking the time to prepare thoroughly, you can focus on enjoying the adventure ahead. Safe travels and happy exploring.